Good morning, my friends. Welcome to today's practice. The law of intention and desires, the fifth spiritual law of success. Every morning I read a law or I listen to a spiritual law for that day. And the law of intention and desire recognizes that at the deepest level of reality is a field of energy and information that gives rise to all forms and phenomena of creation. We experience the field subjectively as our thoughts, our feelings, beliefs, memories, and desires. And we experience the field objectively as our physical bodies and the physical universe. At the deepest level, both subject and object are the expressions of consciousness and are therefore inextricably interwoven. We can influence our body and the world through our intentions and desires by mastering the skills of attention and intention. Whatever we put our intention on grows stronger in our lives, while our intentions have organizing power. The law of intention and desire reminds us to consciously employ the power of our intention and attention to create a life of happiness, well-being, and love. Sounds pretty good to me. So the chakra for the law of intention and desire practice will be the sacral chakra. Its element is water, so fluidity. This is where we create from. And the Pranayama breath practice would be the Bhastrika, the Bellows Breath. Bellows Breath is like a bellow, when you stoke a fire at a fireplace. So we're stoking our inner fire to get the energies flowing. And the Mudra, the hand gesture, is a Sankulpa, intention Mudra, which goes something like this. Your left hand is under with the palm facing up, and your right hand is over the left hand, cupping, holding your intention here. So we'll practice this today. And then the mantra is Om Ritam Namaha. That's a Sanskrit phrase, Om Ritam Namaha. My intentions and desires are in alignment with and supported by nature's intelligence. We're all one with nature. We're part of it all, the whole cosmos. We're all entangled. Us, the trees, and everything in between, the grass, the birds, we're all with it. So let's get started with this practice. I'll give you a moment to gather your props. You can have your blocks handy, a blanket. If you don't have blocks, use 2 thick books. You may want a bolster, which I'm actually sitting on my bolster. This is a bolster. Or you can take a couple of bed pillows, use that. So gather your props. Let's meet on the mat. Law of intention and desire. What we can create. Endless. Begin by finding a seat, comfortable seat, cross-legged, Sukhasana, the seat of ease, and have your hips a bit higher Bend your knees, one ankle crossed in front of the other. Sit up nice and tall. feeling a natural lift and lengthening of the spine. And we'll begin with the Bhastrika Pranayama, Bhastrika Bellows Breath. We're using the diaphragm and the rib cage like a bellow to stoke the fire of transformation within us. It helps us unlock our deepest driving desires and bringing it into our consciousness and awareness. If you're pregnant or you're feeling anxious today, skip this bellows breath and just breathe in and out through your nostrils. Bring your hands to your lower abdomen. If it's comfortable for you, close your eyes. Take a deep inhale, expanding into your belly. Feel the side and back ribs expand. As you exhale, feel a slight lifting of your pelvic floor and abdomen drawing into your spine. Breathe in, the belly's out. Breathe out, pull the belly back in. Forceful inhalations and exhalations through the nostrils. We'll do 18 times. As you're ready, breathe in, belly out, in, out, belly in. Speed it up as you're comfortable. Begin to slow it down. Take a slow inhale in, and a deep exhale. Slow inhale, deep exhale. Rest your hands down on your knees. Notice any shifts you may feel in your body. Bring your left palm across to your right thigh with the palm facing up. It's a gentle twist in the spine. And your right palm down on top, cupping your hands. This is in Sankulpa Mudra. And keeping this hand gesture as a gesture of sealing your intention, of receiving, affirming your intention into reality. We'll repeat the mantra here. Om Ritam Namaha. Om Ritam Namaha. My intentions and desires are in alignment with natural intelligence. My intentions and desires are in alignment with nature's intelligence. Now rest your hands with the backs of the hands to the knees. Bring your palms to face down. We'll begin with pelvic circles. Roll your torso forward, to side, back, side, other side, stirring a pot. Activating the quality of movement, which relates to the element of water. Now move your circles to the opposite direction. The water element is relating to our desires. What do we truly want on your soul level? And back into a neutral position with your spine. Join your palms to touch at the heart center. And we'll ask the soul question. What do I want? What do I really, really, truly desire? The answer, float in. If there's no answer, it's okay. Just allow the question. Allow that question to rest in the quantum field of all-knowing. Float your arms down, your hands. Drop your chin toward your chest and blink your eyes open. We'll come on to hands and knees. On your And maybe try a blanket or a pad on your knees if you have sensitivity. So we'll begin some circles of pelvis in one direction, half circles. Allow yourself to just feel the movement rather than thinking it. Make full circles in one direction. Make sure they go steady. Connect to the sensation and movement. And move in the opposite direction. Notice where your attention goes. Immerse yourself in the action. No expectations, just allow. Neutral spine. Breathing in, arch the upper back. Face lifts up, sit bones left. Breathe out, press the tops of the feet into the mat and round your spine. Inhale, arch the upper back. Face lifts up, sit bones lift. Exhale. Pull the belly button in toward the spine. Release your head. Breathe in once more. Now, face lifts up, sit bones lift. Exhale. Sit back into child's pose. Reach your arms forward and your feet back. If you need a block for extra support, under your sit bones or under your head if your head doesn't reach all the way. Where is your attention resting here? Notice. You come back to all fours, set your blocks aside. Take your hands a little forward, your shoulders, curl your toes, and inhale. And as you breathe out, lift up to down dog. Spread your fingers comfortably wide. Anchor into the pads of your hands. Reach your hips back, up and back, away from the mat. Maybe pedal your feet. Check your feet. Make sure that your heels are aligned behind the widest part of your feet. Check the alignment. Stretch back. Maybe take a bend in the knees. Notice what you're resting your attention on. Where does your awareness, where your awareness goes is where prana flows. Look up between your hands and walk your feet up toward your hands. Bring your feet parallel, about 2 fists apart. Soften your knees. Take hold opposite elbows with your hands. And let your head hang heavy. And ragdoll. Shake your head back and forth, side to side, forward and back. Just let it go. Now switch the crossing of your arms. Opposite arm is on top. Take a smooth inhale. Open your mouth and let the air out. Keep your knees soft. And walk your hands up the fronts of your legs. Slowly, slowly. Let your head come up last. Stack your joints each on top of one another. And find your way into Tadasana, mountain pose. Your feet parallel, your heels behind the widest part of your feet. Sense that you can draw the energy up through the earth and a subtle lift of the pelvic floor. Allow your head and neck to be easeful, tip of your spine. What do you want to see manifest in your life? How are your actions supporting it? Notice what your awareness is moving toward. What are you conscious of creating here? Slowly float your eyes open. Take your hands to your hips and take your feet about a leg's distance apart and point your toes outward toward the corners of your mat. This will be goddess pose. We're going to move on the breath. As you happen to breathe in, stretch your arms out and up overhead, joining your palms to touch. Exhale, bend your knees and lower your hands down the midline of the body. Inhale, stretch your arms up. Fingers or palms can touch. Exhale, lower your hands down the midline of the body. Once again, stretch your arms out and up, overhead. Exhale, lower your hands down the midline of the body. Pause here. Focus on a point a little bit in front of you. Feel your pelvic floor lift, lengthening through your spine. Soften the tops of your shoulders. Resting your attention on a point. Come up on the balls of your feet. Slowly, if you can, lift your heels. Lower your heels back down. Reach your arms up overhead. Lower your hands down to your hips. Pivot your toes in, keeping your heels wide. Interlace your fingers together at the small of your back. If you need to, you can bend your elbows to get more upper rotation in the arms. Keep your collarbones broadened. I like to use a strap. So keep a deep breath in, raise up, and exhale. Keep your knees a little bent. Lower down. And you can begin to lower down toward the floor. The weight is toward the balls of your feet. Continue to breathe here and lower on your exhales. Steady breath, long, steady. In out through the nostrils. Notice where you're feeling sensation in your body. Lower the arms down. Come halfway up into a flat back. Lengthen your spine. Take a block. Take it whatever height helps you feel a nice long line in your spine. Your left hand down and your right hand to your sacrum, the flat part of your back. As you breathe in, reach forward your heart with your heart. And as you exhale, begin to rotate around the axis of your spine. Inhale to lengthen, exhale to rotate gently around the axis of the spine. If your shoulders stack, maybe you extend your right arm up toward the sky. Spaciousness in your chest. Inhale, exhale, lower your right arm down. I'm going to switch sides. Left hand is to the sacrum, firming your outer hips in. Lengthen as you inhale, exhale, rotate around the axis of the spine. Inhale, lengthen, exhale, allow your breath to help you in the rotation. Nice gentle twist here. Once your shoulders are stacked, maybe extend your left arm up. If your shoulders don't stack, keep your hand to the sacrum. Breathing in. Breathe out and lower your left hand down. Release your head and neck. Shake it out. Breathing out through your mouth. Letting go of any unnecessary intention. Halfway up into a flat back. Hub your inner thighs, engage your abdomen. Rise up through a flat back, all the way to stand. Subtle lift up through the center of your chest, back of the neck long, and back to center. Step your feet back toward the top of your mat into Tadasana Mountain Pose. Float your arms alongside the body, palms facing out. As you next happen to breathe in, reach your arms up all the way overhead, palms or fingertips to touch. And I'm going to turn sideways, show. Exhale, folding forward over the left thighs. Inhale, half lift, center of the chest is forward. Exhale, touch your hands to the mat. One and then the other foot steps back to plank. Line your shoulders over your wrists. Firm your thighs and gaze forward. Exhale, with or without your knees. Hug your elbows in, all the way down in one unit, onto your belly. Press back through your toes. Lift your chest, your neck, and your head off the floor for baby cobra. Maybe stay here. Or maybe slide your hands back just a bit and work your way up to upward facing dog. Pressing your hands, shoulders laid down, lift your hips, your knees, thighs off the floor. Notice if your actions are supporting your intentions. Curl your toes into the mat. Use your abdominal muscles to lift your hips up and back. Downward facing dog. And I'm going to crawl back onto my mat. And gently lower your knees down onto the mat. And swing your legs around in front. Scoot forward to the front edge of your mat. And take your arms down in front of you and breathe in. As you next breathe out, slower, lower down, one vertebra at a time. Take hold of the backs of the legs to support your lower back. And all the way down. Lower your feet back down onto the mat. Your left knee bent. And your right ankle crosses over your left upper thigh. Now lift your left foot off the mat and lace your fingers behind your left thigh. Keep your right foot deeply flexed, protecting the knee joint. Keep your sacral down onto the mat. Relax the tops of the shoulders. Send your awareness to the area of the body where you feel sensation. Notice how that changes the quality. And what lights up for you in this pose. Lower your left foot down on the mat, uncross the ankle, and switch sides. Left ankle to the top of the right thigh, flex the left foot deeply, protecting the knee joint. Lift your right foot off the mat, interlace your fingers behind your right thigh, and gently draw your right knee in towards your chest. The breath long and even, steady. Create regularity in the breath, creating a steadiness in the mind. Divert your attention towards one particular thing, not so many things at once. Lower your right foot down, uncross the ankles. Keep your feet wide as your mat. And roll your knees over towards the right. And then back to center. And then roll your knees over to the right. Back to center. Over to the right once again for the rotation. And your thighs and your hip sockets. Back to center and then back to the right. Back to center. Gently draw your knees in toward your chest. Give a little squeeze. Maybe take a circle in one direction. stretch your legs out in front of you. Coming into Shavasana, corpse pose. If you need some extra support for your lower back, you can take your blanket or your bolster or pillow under your knees. And sometimes it feels good to have a bit of a folded blanket underneath your neck and your head. Stretch your legs out in front. Take your legs a little wider than hips distance apart. Roll your thigh bones open. Your palms are facing up alongside your body. Let your shoulder blades align. Palms are up. Soften the fingers. Feel the back of your head supporting you. Allow the weight of your body to drop down to the support of the earth. Bring your mind, visualize written in white writing, in your writing. Write your intention, your Sankulpa. Maybe it's a word or a subtle intention. See that word written on the screen of your mind, in white writing, in your writing. And imagine the word transforms into a seed, a shape. Allow the seed to drop into the middle of your brain. Down to your throat, and your heart center, down to your navel, to your pelvis. Let the seed take root at the very base of your spine. Imagine this ruby red mist of light right at the base of your spine. And allow that red mist of light to expand out into each cell of your body. Into this rose gold mist. Every cell of your body is aligned and informed with your intention. And slowly begin to deepen the breath. Wiggle your fingers and wiggle your toes. Stretch your arms overhead. Take one side longer than the other, and then stretch the other side longer. Bring both your knees in and roll over gently to your right side. Curl into a little ball. In your own time, press your hands down into the earth. Let your head be the last thing to come up. And sit into a comfortable seat on your blanket, your mat, And one hand to the belly, one hand to the heart. Set your intention for a joyful, energetic body as you feel your body. The bottom hand to your heart. Bring your attention to your heart space. Set the intention for a loving, compassionate heart. Join your fingertips, tips to touch. Bring your awareness in between the eyebrows and slightly above. Set the intention for a reflective, alert, creative mind. Now bring the heels of your hands together, thumbs and pinky fingers touch, and middle fingers fan out for Om Ritam Namaha. Feel the space surrounding your body. Set the intention for lightness of being. Join your palms to touch and bow your head down. Surrender to the infinite intelligence and allow it to guide you each moment of your life. Namaste. And float your eyes open. Thank you so much for joining me for this law of intention and desire practice today. Always be kind, always be thoughtful, considerate and loving toward your fellow humans and all living things. Raising your vibration raises the whole planet's vibration. Collective awareness toward love, joy, peace, and a more sustainable, harmonious life.